Fellow nerds, step right up, step right up. Today we are talking about It, Welcome to Derry, Episode 3. But before we get into all of that fun, Doug, how's it going today, sir?
Well, Keith, let me tell you, I am much better. Oh my gosh. Boy, way to make a man feel old when I think I bent over too far or something. I don't, maybe I sipped my coffee the wrong way. Either way, threw it my back Sunday night. Spent all of Saturday trying to decide, looking at my bottle of Tylenol, looking at my bottle of Aleve, which one's gonna make this feel better? But right, I still ended up, obviously, still had to watch Welcome to Derry, so we could talk about it today. But before we do that, Keith, sir, how are you?
Doug, I am tremendous. Still loving this show, still so excited. And for those of you, for you fellow nerds out there going, there's normally three of you guys. Where is Dave? Well, he'll be here in a minute. He'll be here in a bit. He's currently working with his buddy Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios in narrowing down which one of the 57 trailers they've made for Doomsday to come out in front of Avatar, Fire and Ash. So he's hard at work narrowing it down so we can get the perfect teaser trailer next month.
Oh, real quick before we start our review, today is actually a very special day. If you are watching us live, today is Veterans Day. And for those of you out there that did not know this, Keith and I are actually both veterans. I, of course, am a soldier of America's Army, and he's from some lesser-known branch that's split off from the Navy or something.
I love you're supposed to say it's Department of the Navy. So I can say, yeah, the men's department.
So, for all of our fellow nerds out there that are also veterans, happy Veterans Day to you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And now we're going to talk a little horror.
Little whore? What?
Horror. Two syllables. Two syllables. And this episode 3 is called Now You See It. Nothing to do with the
good
movies.
name.
Yes. And that'll come into play later. We're not going to jump to the end this time because it starts with Dave's favorite, a flashback.
Flashback. I was waiting for him to say something, and he never did, so I guess it must not have bothered him this time.
As long as it's not the entire episode, he's okay with it.
Ah.
And it adds to the story, and I think this one definitely added to the story because it's 1908, and at the time we didn't know this, but a young Francis Shaw visits a carnival, and he's convinced to enter the freak show tent. And there he encounters an old man with a missing eye who scares him, saying, "Now you see it," kind of over and over again. He flees. His dad, kind of in fatherly 1908 advice, tells him to suck it up pretty much and takes him home. But the car breaks down. Francis gets water from a little native girl, Rose, and gives her the slingshot to pay because they didn't have the money for the water.
Which, by the way, in case you did not notice this, that actually happened earlier in the episode, right around the time when he come running out of the horror show or whatever, with freak show. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be, but yeah, his dad, I don't know if that was just trying to toughen him up or just like, hey, I'm a good dad. Here you go, won you the slingshot.
Oh, I did forget to mention that. You're right. Then his dad was kind of upset that he gave it away, but
yeah, hey, what'd you do with the slingshot?
he starts a friendship with this young girl, and they're kind of having a fun summer. They're in the woods, and he goes into an area that Rose tells him not to, and there he encounters.
Why did he keep running? I was wondering that. I'm watching the episode. I'm like, you can hear all the voices saying, "Hey, stop going further into the woods," and he just keeps going. Like, I don't know if he was under like some sort of it trance or something, or if he was just a dumb kid.
Would you say an it fluence, possibly?
Ooh, I could say he was under an influence.
But he encounters what I think we can all assume is that same old man from the freak show, but it's really Pennywise showing the kid his fears, because I think that had a lasting impression on him. And he's running, it's turning more and more grotesque while it is chasing him through the woods. And then Rose ends up hitting it with this, well, not with the slingshot, but a bullet from the slingshot, not a bullet of rock. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I don't want to confuse people. And they escape the woods together.
Now, I am so glad that they showed this scene because it was definitely absent from the movies that we went to go see in the theaters, It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, where it was actually a big part of the miniseries that came out in the 90s and also in the novel. They actually used a slingshot to defeat it as kids in the novel and in the original 90s TV series, because as you'll end up, finding out probably throughout this series, and, if you end up reading the novel, the creature that it is very susceptible to belief, essentially. So if you believe something will hurt it hard enough, it does. It will work. And in the novel, they believed that because it is a monster, Silver would hurt it. So they used the slingshot with Silver, and the way that you saw in this episode, the blood kind of floating up, everything floats. That's also the way that it's described in the novel. Because, again, he's an otherworldly creature.
But not a giant turtle that throws up the universe. Something different.
No. Okay, that's the good guy in this story.
And we jump back to 1962, and Lilly is being released from Juniper Hill. And she talks with, I think her name was Ronnie. No. What the heck was...
The nurse?
The nurse. Did they say her name?
I wanted to say it starts with a C, but I did not write it down.
Okay. I wrote it down wrong because I put Ronnie, but she starts talking to Ronnie. Oh my God. She starts talking to the nurse.
The head nurse, yeah.
Yeah, about the visions. And she says, you know what? I do believe you. And it sounds like she either one is just kind of pacifying her, or the hospital is kind of a safe haven from the it fluids. And she understands if she's been there for any amount of time, maybe she's had other kids who have run-ins with it, or maybe she has a run-in with Pennywise. So it's kind of nice that that adult was kind of like, yes, I understand, I believe you. And I think that gave her kind of strength to do what she did the rest of the episode, because she does meet with Ronnie, and they basically say, listen, she meets with Ronnie and says, listen, I want to help, but I can't go and say what we saw, because I'll go right back to Juniper Hill. We need to get evidence. So they recruit Will and the other kid. Rich. And basically say, hey, we want to take pictures of it. We want to figure it out. We need your guys' help. Then...
I feel like this is just a what's next, in my opinion. I feel like that's a bad idea to take pictures of it. I'm just saying, it seems to, from our experience, it seems to use photographs and video as portal ways, as we saw in the first episode. The first episode, he used that film to jump out at them. So
yep.
We'll see how this turns out.
I would say hopefully they learn from their mistakes, but I got a bad feeling about that.
Yeah, me too.
But we go to Shaw, and they're talking about the car that they retrieved from 1935. It belonged to Al Bradley during a gang massacre, and there's nothing really pointing them in the direction of this fear weapon that they're looking for, which we now know. General Shee knows it's some type of creature. He has had an episode with it or an experience with it, so he is a lot more understanding than at least I thought he was. I thought he was going in there blind and was going to be sort of
I was
surprised.
On the same page as you. I think I misunderstood how much he knew what he was actually going after, because the way he was describing it, he kept calling it the weapon, the device, and he kept referring to it almost like it was a machine. So, now that we've seen this flashback and we know, oh no, he actually encountered it. He knows that it's some sort of creature, and he even says as much later on in the episode when he refers to, one, or actually I think during this scene when he says one of its forms.
Yep.
So, I mean, he knows that this is some sort of otherworldly creature. He knows that it's not a machine, and he's also aware that it can take multiple forms, including the sort of spider form that he saw.
And I
Old
think
man
he's
spider form? I don't know.
Well, yeah,
Whatever.
we'll just whatever
Have
was
you
freaking
ever
him out.
needed protection on your big toe for some god awful reason? Come to me and I'll help.
Okay, thanks. Mike.
Actually, if you want to give us some protection, we need a turtle.
Yeah, we do need a turtle.
Oh.
Go find a turtle.
My business is only a blue tape and a toilet paper.
Well, then you can't help us. We need a turtle.
Yeah.
A turtle. Okay.
Preferably a sea turtle.
Then I'll steal maybe I'll steal a tortoise from my class.
Awesome, thank you. We appreciate that.
A tortoise.
Theft is always the way.
Now, and I want to talk about a little something later for a what's next with Shaw and Rose, because I think it's going to show something. But he wants Hallorann to basically go up in a plane to try to start using his shining to find. It's funny. He calls it a machine and calls it a thing, but he knows what it really is, and I think he's just trying to not freak people out by saying it's something that's machinery, because if he said there's some monster out there, they wouldn't do it.
They'd be like, "Oh, so you're crazy, right? Okay, somebody replace this person. They should not be in charge of a military base."
We're going to replace you with somebody different.
Right.
And he gives Hallorann the slingshot because it has history with Pennywise. So they get him up in the air, and he's touching the slingshot, and basically he connects with Pennywise. Or I should say Pennywise connects to him.
Yeah.
And pulls him into the sewer, and he's kind of like, it's not a kid, so he's not sure what to do with it, because he realizes this guy has some powers too. But he pulls him in there, kind of starts to figure out what he is, and then starts tormenting him with his dead grandmother. And then he basically is trying to get him to jump out of the airplane.
And you notice he's not trying to eat him. That's not his goal here. I think it realized pretty quick that this individual poses a threat to him. The fact that he's got the shine, he's got this psychic ability, that's something that I think it, being a creature that feasts off of fear and other people's imaginations, can harm him, somebody with psychic powers could probably really do him harm.
And wait till he finds out about Major Leroy, who can't feel fear. But we'll get to that. Because he saves him, he pulls him back into the plane, they go back to base, and he has a conversation with the general where he's always been, I don't want to say cocky, but he's been pretty confident. Like, they know I have powers, I'm using them, I'm having a good living, we get to do what we want to do here on base. But he's like, that thing reached out to me. It wasn't supposed to do that. This isn't. And I think his I don't want to say fear, but he has turned a 180. He is no longer probably very comfortable with what they're doing. Having tasted what that monster can do to people and overwhelm him, who he always usually has the upper hand with everybody, being able to read minds. He is now at a disadvantage, and it's kind of freaking him out just a bit.
Just a bit, yeah.
And then General Shaw goes and he meets with Rose at the pawn shop and basically asking her for help.
I'm confused about this scene. Is this another flashback, or did this happen recently? Because the way they were talking, it almost sounded like this must have taken place back when he first came back to Derry.
See, now I'm not so sure. I thought it was present day, because it seemed like it took place after the meeting they had with her, fellow Native Americans, because she said she was going to send a cease and desist, and he had to cease
Okay,
and
all right,
desist.
yeah, maybe that it is recent then, because it was just the way that he was talking. I'm like, this is the general in charge of the base, right? I'm like, why is he acting like he just came back to Derry? It's a little weird.
Well, it was funny because he said, when I left, I didn't remember you at all.
Hmm.
And she's like, that happens a lot here. And it's like the influence, they know it happens, but it doesn't seem weird to them. Like maybe they're just used to it. Like they think, hey, you leave Livonia, Michigan, you forget about Livonia, Michigan
Right.
until you come back.
In the book, it
case.
is explained a little bit more that it purposely wipes their memories so it can stay active in Derry. Because if you don't remember what happened when you leave Derry, then you can't bring in somebody from the outside to investigate. And as we know, everybody in town kind of turns around and looks the other way whenever somebody goes missing. They just add another flyer to the stack, but not a whole lot gets done. This general seems to be the only one actively looking for it, and I guarantee if the rest of the townspeople find out about it, they're gonna be like, "You don't want to do that."
Well, we do know, and I'm glad you brought that up because we do know that in 1935, it seemed like Pennywise used its influence to incite a riot, killing those people. We could see the same thing happen in this season with the townfolk of Derry rising up against the army because they're getting close to him. Because if Pennywise fears what they're doing and who they have, he will take measures to protect himself.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, we're kind of long past it, but did you mention when back when we were at the Juniper Hills that the head nurse gave the bracelet back to what's her name?
I didn't,
Okay.
but yeah,
I think that's going to play a part because they did focus in on it, and again, that bracelet does have the turtle charm.
yep. I
When you
did
mentioned when you talked about the Native American meeting, that's what reminded me of it because they called themselves something of Maturin.
they did.
Yes.
Ooh, I didn't notice that.
Yep. And Maturin is the name of the turtle. So I don't know if you could see it if you have subtitles on. You can see them mentioning it in the background.
But
I'm like, okay, I got to remember that, and then I immediately forgot the first part of it.
yeah, I did. I did when Shaw was talking to Rose in her pawn shop, and he's like, "Well, help us. Show us where we shouldn't dig." He is basically digging for information from her, wanting to know where. Like he doesn't remember where they ran into this creature, but he thinks she does, and he wants to use her to find that woods again, to find Pennywise.
Mm-hmm.
And Hallorann
Mm.
goes to have dinner with the Major and his wife. Will is not around because we'll find out what he's doing in a minute. But they're talking, and he mentions Will to the Major. And he says,
Where's the son at?
yeah. He goes, I didn't tell anybody that I have a son.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and I felt something in the back of my head that I've only felt one other time when I was attacked on base. And he deduces that
He was one of the attackers.
he was one of the attackers. He doesn't seem mad about it. It's probably the closed head injury he had that made him Daredevil, the man without fear.
He also seems to at least understand to a point the reason why the general did it as part of a test. So it seems like he's brushing under the rug, and most likely he knows that the general ordered this guy to do it, ordered Hallorann to do it. So
And it makes him believe the general story that we set it up to see.
Yeah.
And once again, now knowing that the general had an experience with Pennywise back in the early 1900s, he knows what this monster feeds on because he's felt it. So knowing this guy has no fear because of the head injury he had, he's like, we need him. This is how we're going to control it. He thinks he's got all the pieces in place. And I think we all know it's not going to end how he wants it to end. But, he is doing everything he can to try to make this successful, and he's manipulating people and putting anyone in any kind of harm that he thinks will get the U.S. this weapon.
So I've got a question for you about what this dig, the fact that they're digging up all these different artifacts looking for it. Back when, in the flashback scene, when the Native American girl, was her name Rose?
Rose, yeah.
Yeah. When she used the slingshot, and got him out of the woods, he commented, why didn't he follow us? Why, we got out of the woods, he didn't follow us out. And I don't remember them giving an answer as to why that is, like why he's stuck in the woods. So my assumption at the time was that, okay, this is probably some sort of like another one of the belief things. They believe hard enough that he can't leave the woods, therefore he can't leave the woods. But now I'm wondering, because they seem pretty dead set on not allowing the military to dig up this area. And I'm starting to wonder if there is some sort of physical thing that they've put in the ground as like a barrier or a border or something that prevents it from escaping. And I'm wondering, is the military going to accidentally disturb whatever this border is, and then he's going to get loose?
He's going to have greater access to Derry.
Yep.
I think that is an excellent what's next, sir. I think that's very possible, because they never did say why it couldn't escape from the woods.
Mm-hmm.
And, it does have the ability to, like you said earlier, use pictures and things like that to kind of portal himself otherwhere, but he doesn't have full access yet. And unfortunately, I think the military is going to grant him that.
I think so, too.
But then we see Lilly, Ronnie, Will, and Rich wanting to get a picture of this creature. Rich talking
find
about
out why he's not at dinner.
yeah. Rich is talking about a ritual that his uncle did to summon creatures. And of course, we find out later he really didn't know the whole ceremony, but they go to the cemetery.
Well, my cousin told me about what my uncle did.
put some candles down, and he starts repeating the same phrase over and again. Then he has to go pee. They're like, "We thought you couldn't break the circle." He's like, "It's fine. My cousin." Wait, you said your uncle told us.
Right.
And they're thinking this is all a farce. So Lilly and Ronnie take off. Will and Rich are about to, but then that's when the shenanigans start. And the girls are riding, and it seems like the gate to get out is getting further and further away. The boys get on their bikes, and they're kind of catching up, and then Pennywise.
I gotta say, as they were riding and as the gate was like stretching away further, I'm like, oh boy, that is a shitty early 2000s special effect. Good for you. I haven't seen that one in a while.
They brought back some oldie but goodies. But we do see that Pennywise decides to use the likenesses of the three friends that he killed as like zombies chasing them. But it turned into almost a Benny Hill sketch where they take a picture.
He takes over the Jesus statue and makes it like grin all evilly, and it's like, oh, you're gonna piss some people off. But yeah, that's a good description, calling it essentially a Benny Hill sketch, because they're like they're oh my gosh, the constant dropping of the camera as they're basically, oh, I dropped the camera, you get it. Oh, I dropped the camera, you get it. And come on, kids, really?
As much as I like this episode, that was the one part I was kind of like, okay.
Do you not? I'm pretty sure I saw one of you had a basket on your bike. Come on.
And there's a strap you can put around. You guys could do better. That kind of took me out of that scene a little bit. Small nitpick. It's definitely not bad, but they barely escape, but Will kind of stays behind. And I don't know if he has a little bit of his dad's no fear in him, or he's just too young to know better. He
also has a head injury.
Yeah. But he goes in to where he saw this thing, and he takes a picture. And when they end up breaking into the school to get these developed, and they kind of, see some things with this picture, they see a clown with glowing eyes. And I think we now know who. I think that's the first time we've seen Pennywise in that form in this series.
Other than the opening scenes where they show him a couple of times in his clown form, yes, I'm pretty sure that's the first time we've seen him like that. In the beginning of this episode, you could tell they were hinting that that was what was going to happen when they showed that little child clown, at the carnival or whatever, the fair. But yeah, they finally got a chance to see it in the photographs, and it's not super clear. Like, you can see the sleeve, and you can kind of make out a sort of blurry clown face, but yeah, it's definitely the Pennywise form. And seriously, I was waiting for this episode. Like, if it had just been a little bit longer, I was waiting for a scene like Ghostbusters 2. Do you remember that when they're developing the photos and all of a sudden they're realizing, oh, wait a minute, the photos are kind of changing. Oh, no, the whole lab is set on fire. Oh, God, the door is locked and we can't get out. And I'm like, that sounds like a very Pennywise thing to do. I can imagine him just like, burning all these kids alive in the school just for the fun of it.
But I think we do need the kids alive because there are two people in town that remember their experience. And I think when they go start showing these photos around, whoever they show them to, if Will shows them to his dad and it happens to get to the general, I think we're going to see these kids believed, which I don't know if we've seen.
You don't think the military would use them as bait, do you?
100% they would. And I think really should give us a heads up, Dave, so we can get the scene ready.
Sorry.
There we go. Now we're good. I think him knowing that what these kids are saying is true, it's only going to zero in the military that much more to say we need these kids because they seem to have a connection to the beast, to the monster. So yeah, 100% the military is going to use these kids. And
Don't all kids have a connection to it?
they do, but the military doesn't know that all the other kids have it. They're going to know when these pictures are shown, they're going to figure out that these kids have a connection to it, and they are going to be used. And it's not going to be like other ones where no one believes, oh, there's no monster in the sewer. Stop making this up.
Right. And the ones that are going to believe it are the military because they're the ones after it.
Mm-hmm.
And James Remar, by the way, is doing a great job.
Yes, he is. But yeah, he having that experience with Pennywise himself, he'll be like, of course we believe you, kids. We're trying to find it. We'll help you try to take this monster in. We just need your help.
Right. All right. All we need you to do is... Oh, wait, hold on. Come over here real quick. Are you sprinkling salt on me? Yeah, don't worry about it. Anyway, go ahead and show us where you saw the monster. Are you backing up? No. Just giving you room.
Is that 11 herbs and spices? What are you doing?
Kentucky Fried.
Kentucky Fried Children.
But that may be the spark that Pennywise uses too to enrage the town. Uses his influence, saying, look, they use kids to do this thing, to find this thing. Kill the military. And that's where we'll get that massacre like they had in 1935 happening here. And man, I see all these little plot things weaving together now, and I'm like, oh boy, it is going to be complete and utter mayhem.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up, and I cannot wait for it because they've done a really good job of intermingling sort of standard storytelling with the supernatural. And, it just takes time sometimes, and that's what we are getting.
Now, if we could just get a scene where it is acting like Palpatine saying, yes, people of Derry, use your hate. I can feel your anger.
Use your fear. I can feel your fear. It tastes good.
I can taste it from here. It makes you delectable.
I do. I wonder if we're going to see a scene, too, where Pennywise turns into the eyeless man.
Oh, I could
General
definitely.
Shaw
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. They did that. I don't know if you guys have covered that already, but like I was in the show, watching the show, enjoying the show, and then I totally forgot it was a horror show, and then that happened again. Like, yep, that's right. They ain't gonna let me forget that.
We were trying to question, what you thought about the flashback scenes.
The 1908.
Yeah.
What about them?
We know you hate flashbacks.
Normally,
Oh no, it's not that I hate. I don't hate flashbacks. I hate multiverse, but
No, we were joking. It was okay because it wasn't an entire episode flashback.
it wasn't like The Acolyte.
especially if they did it in like episode 7 or something, that would be what the hell are you doing? But this is adding to the story. I thought it fit right, perfect.
I mean, especially finding out that the general had an episode with Pennywise. I was like, oh. And then, of course, when he brought the cigar box, I'm like, so I was sitting there, I'm like, what could be in that box? I was like, oh my God, the slingshot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you know what? Is there a question whether that guy, I can't remember his name, Hanlon? What's his name?
Hallorann.
Hanlon was the
Hallorann.
pilot. You're talking about the guy with the shining.
Yes.
Yes, Hallorann.
No question whether he's going to make it. Through everybody else.
True. Well, we were talking
I
too
feel
about
like there was
his...
this famous movie that came out a while back. Just on the tip of my tongue, can't quite remember, but he was in there. Something about him having a shining or something. I don't know. I can't think of the name now.
Dark. It's shiny.
The Darkening. That was it.
The Darkening. Yeah. Yes. That was from the Highland. That was a Highlander thing too, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
But and that's the thing. I mean, with him now, he has experienced Pennywise. He's like not as apt to go searching around for this thing because he almost died.
Wonder. Do you think before this? Do you think he just thought the entire story was a bunch of BS and he was just gonna get as much money out of the situation as he could?
No, I think he felt a part of it. He just never felt the full influence.
Because he never connected with it before.
Correct. Like he knew something was going on there. He knew there was some psychic residue probably. He could probably sense something. He may have even read the general's mind. To know that.
I didn't think of that. Okay.
So I think he knew it was there. I just didn't think, because he even said, it's not supposed to reach out to me. It's not supposed to do that. So he was
not
taken
supposed
back.
to know that we're watching it.
Yes. So yeah.
Well, yeah, probably because in all of its other interactions with adults, the adults always just kind of like turn the other direction, whistle a tune, and walk away. Because, I mean, going back to the movies, like there was that one scene in the opening where the old lady comes outside to bring in her clothes from the rain. She sees Georgie talking to the clown in the sewer, and just abruptly turns around and goes back into her house because it's like, I know what's happening here.
It's the influence. Yeah, it's just a kid being a kid. We'll just...
Just a kid getting abducted. Again, added to the stack of the others.
She sees this picture up when she goes to the... Oh, I wonder what happened to him. Do we need eggs? Yeah.
Now, as people disappear from Derry, I know once you leave, you lose your memory of the place. Mm-hmm. What about the people who were there and the people who leave? Do they remember the people who leave?
The people who stay in Derry, yes. Yeah, because Rose even mentions when general goes into the antique store. She says, I didn't forget about you. And she says, you probably don't even remember my name. And he goes, yeah, totally honest. I didn't remember anything about you. I didn't know your name until you called me.
Yeah, until just now or whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I guess they retain if they stay.
Or if they come back. You seem to regain your memories.
Yep.
You lose them if you're away. You come back and you're saved. Mm-hmm. Is there any of us that don't think that this military operation is going to backfire catastrophically, triggering a massacre and possibly unleashing Pennywise in his true form by the end of the season.
Well, I'd say as true of a form as the humans can interpret, yes.
And we know by the end of the season they're going to have to shut it down somehow because it goes dormant for 27 years to 1987. So that's the cool thing about the show. They're going to have an end point for every show.
I don't know
he'll
if you've
eat a bunch
seen
of kids. He'll
anything.
get his fill.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen anything. You know, there's massacres and stuff. It's not just going to go dormant. I think there's going to be a wild mass killing at the end of this season. Especially, it's either the town rising up against the military or him taking control of the military to kill the kids or something else. But yeah, it's going to.
Well, you don't. It only comes up every 27 years. So you're saying after this show, like there's not going to be a conclusion?
No, there's going to be a conclusion.
Event?
But saying it's just going to go dormant, I think, is an understatement to what it's going to cause before it goes dormant for another 27 years.
Oh, yeah, it's going to go, yeah.
Let's see.
Doug's doing some research.
Well, I wanted to see what the episode closest to Thanksgiving was going to be called, because I assume that that would be an episode where maybe he's chowing down on some recently seasoned children, but the name of the episode is In the Name of the Father, so
In the Name of the Father.
I was waiting for more of a good food, good eat, thank Pennywise, let's eat.
I wonder too, as I'm watching this, I wonder if we're going to see anything this rest of the season, because we still got 5 episodes left. There's a lot to do. If we're going to have anything that sort of sets up season 2's jump back to 1935. If there's going to be...
Well, yeah, so far we've only seen the car, and then we've heard about it from the general talking about how they spotted Pennywise there at the scene. So... I'm betting probably in the last episode we'll get a little bit more set up to kind of lead into it.
I hope they don't set up too much, though, because then they'll be restricted, to whatever they said.
Well, hopefully they have a good plan on what season 2 is going to be before they set something up. Because, then if it doesn't work, it's like, but last season...
But you said...
I'm curious what you two think. Do you think in each one of these little scenarios, like in each time frame where Pennywise comes back, do you think they're going to have some sort of ragtag kid group that fights against Pennywise every time?
I do.
Yes. I think it's going to be like this. Like I mentioned to you guys earlier this week, I thought it was kind of a little bit like Stranger Things, where you've got the kids fighting the battle and then the adults also fighting a battle from a different angle. I think that's going to be the theme throughout, like it was throughout the movies. I think it'll be throughout the shows, too.
The only thing a little different, I think, with this, now that we know 2 adults in town have had an experience with Pennywise, they might, I don't want to say team up with the kids, because I think the general is going to use them to try to get at it. But it is definitely very Stranger Things-esque, where the kids have something going on and the adults are doing something different. But I think those are going to intersect soon, because we gotta get that fear weapon.
Funny. It is funny that we've got this series going on and we're making comparisons to Stranger Things, and yet the final season of Stranger Things is supposed to be coming out soon. I don't know when. At some point this year.
It's November.
Is it November? Okay,
actually,
I've been seeing ads for a while now, but
oh yeah, the week of the Thanksgiving, I think, right?
I believe so. The first part of the final season comes out, I think, the week of Thanksgiving.
The first part of the
and then the second part comes out in December.
A genius move, Netflix.
And the series finale will be released in theaters New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's
before it's on Netflix.
That's probably...
no one is going to go to the theater to
right,
see that.
That's what I was going to say. That's probably not the best day to release it.
Yeah, no. I guarantee people are going to end up just waiting for it to pop up on Netflix to watch that movie, but...
I'm sure some people will go.
It'll be funny if it turns out this show that we're comparing to Stranger Things is a better version of Stranger Things than what is going to be their final season, which I said this in our previous stream. I just don't have any hype for it anymore. Maybe if it would have come out a couple of years ago, but this, making us wait 3 years, I don't know.
Well, and the seasons have been all over the place. It's like, there's Russians under the mall, and like the first two seasons.
First season was
I really
great.
enjoyed with my kids, and then it kept getting a little odder and odder. Like they weren't sure where they were going and how long to make this last, so they had to throw in a bunch of stuff. But I'm hoping the writing is a little tighter on this, because it seems like they have a plan for not only this season but the entirety of the series.
And I don't remember if I told you guys this, but somebody had a theory online saying that what if it turns out we zoom out and all the seasons of Stranger Things was just them playing a game of D&D the whole time.
Oh my! Was that where I heard that? I was like, man, that's just like a middle finger to the fans. Here you go. You've invested all your time in this show, and it
Right.
never really.
But then
It
Will
zooms
gets
out.
up from the
Okay,
table.
roll for initiative.
But then Will gets up, and you see the smoke monster come out of his nose a little bit. It just hasn't started yet. The upside down. Who was the one girl who was killed in season 1 that everyone was saying, like,
Barb.
yeah, Barb. She got killed. No one ever looked for her or cared that she
Right.
was gone.
Oh, I'm so sorry about your friend Barb. Who? The girl that you're always with. Oh yeah. Oh my. I know.
Did I
So,
what's
are
funny?
you guys still looking for her? Oh yeah. Totally. Oh my
I was
god.
up all
very-
night.
I thought she was dead.
They have a very similar character to Barb on this show. The girl who's trying to be popular. I can't remember her name.
Phyllis,
What?
isn't it?
Phyllis. She's got the same look. She's got the same kind of thing going on.
And
I'm not
Rich,
saying they're.
kind of a
Yep.
crush on her. If he had some more Riz, he might be able to bring her along. Are kids still
Hey,
using
you want to
Riz?
come hang out in the cemetery with my friends? We're gonna summon demons, maybe.
Let's come on, hang out with me and my friends.
Well, that's the thing. I wonder who the kids are going to show those pictures to. I think a lot of people are going to write them off as fake. And it could be fellow students who might think they're trying to play a prank. And I really don't think the police may not believe it. I think until General Shaw sees and hears about it, no one's going to believe them.
What if the only people that would be able to see anything in those pictures are the people that have encountered, the adults that have encountered it? What if the other adults, they'll show the pictures, they'll be like, what am I supposed to be looking at?
Yeah.
What were you guys doing in a cemetery that late at night?
What if none of the other kids can see it either unless they've had experience with it? So, it would only be about 6 people in town that we know of. Well, 7 with Hallorann. Oh, I like that. I think that's a good theory.
I bet you
taunting
any
them,
money I could see the major, or whatever, the colonel, major, whatever. I could see him confiscating the pictures from his son and telling him, you know what, I got you the telescope. I thought that maybe you would, act like a normal kid, but you're not. You're being weird. You're going into cemeteries. I need you to make real friends. And then, maybe he goes and he's talking with the general. The general says, what's that? Oh, just stupid pictures that my son took. That's what we're looking for. What are you talking about?
Yeah. You don't see
Yeah.
it? No. Oh, that would be good. I like that. Well, any other?
You need to write for these shows, Doug.
We've been reviewing them too much, man.
Now, any more theories or thoughts on episode 3, gentlemen?
No, I don't think so. I think I've pretty much gotten out all my what's nexticles.
Me too. Dave, you got any for us?
I don't.
Well, then let's rate episode 3.
I can start. I have. This was another hour long. Well, it said it was an hour long, but I don't think it actually was. But it doesn't matter because no matter how long it is, it's always over too soon. This show has been great. Bringing the Major in, and and Hallorann recognizing that he has no amygdala or response for fear in his brain. So it wasn't just something that the general suspected or learned. Hallorann knows it for sure. So, because he's been in his head, and he was in his house. He's the one who attacked him, right? They went over that, and just so he could see if he was the guy they needed. I don't know. The writing has been so good where everything's falling in place like a puzzle, and we just don't see the overall picture yet, which is awesome because we know it's headed in a certain direction. All angles have been covered for the kids and the parents. So I really enjoyed it. I thought this week's was just as good as all the other ones. I'm going to give it 7.5.
Yeah, they're doing a really great job with the storytelling. They're taking their time, letting things play out, letting you get invested. Like Dave said, you forget it's a horror film, a horror show for a few minutes, and then they reel you back in. Thank you. And they've just done a really good job. And, the acting has been really good. The kid actors, we talk about this all the time. Whenever you have kid actors, sometimes they don't do the best job. But these kids are doing, I don't want to say phenomenal, but they're doing a really good job. I think they're good at this. The music, the eeriness, they're really capturing a lot about this. And the writing, just weaving all these plot threads together and doing a good job of it where it doesn't seem contrived in any way. Has just been spot on. I'm sure there's going to be a few surprises for us before we wrap it up because we do have 5 episodes, so there's a lot of story to still tell. But it's been great. I am loving it. The only nitpick I had, which we talked about earlier, and I'll reiterate it for Dave, was the camera Benny Hill hijinks in the cemetery where they keep dropping it and it's getting stuck on things and other kids are riding by. I was kind of brought me out of the moment just for a moment. But it was minuscule. It was just a minor nitpick. So, yeah, I'm going to give this a 7.9 out of 10. I think out of the 3 episodes so far, it's the weakest. But that's not saying anything bad because the other 2 episodes have been tremendous. And this just had one silly moment that I'm unfortunately dinging it a little bit.
I'm on the same page as Keith. I loved all of this episode. I love all the little, nods, all little Easter eggs. I love the fact that once again they're pointing out, the whole connection with Maturin being the opposite of it. There's a couple of times where they showed little, just showing the little games, the carnival games. You'd see the row of clowns, and then underneath you saw the row of turtles, and it's little Easter eggs like that. I also like the fact that they made sure to show what's her name getting her bracelet back with the turtle charm on it. I like that. It seems like their headquarters is at that tower. They keep meeting up there, and so yeah, it sounds like we're getting our 1960s version of the Losers Club put together, ready to go fight Pennywise. But I also like the fact that they're showing this has been ongoing. This is a cycle that's been happening in this town, and other people when they were kids encountered it too. They somehow managed to live, but we know that there are ways to do that. So yeah, I love how they're piecing all this together. I like that the flashback added to it, that added to the character development, gave us reasons to understand why this general is so dead set and focused on trying to find it. It knows that this creature has the ability to change different forms. Even points that out at one point. It goes, we have notes here that it was in one of its many forms. So the adults that do remember, that are aware that it exists, seem to know what it can and cannot do, which is cool. I don't think we ever get that in the novel, at least not that I remember, where adults are actually aware that this creature exists in Derry. So I liked that. Like Keith, the only nitpick that I had was the cemetery scene. It just was goofy. It was a bit over the top. But yeah, overall, great episode. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Cannot wait to see more. It's a fun show. And again, if it turns out that this happens to be a better version of Stranger Things than the final season of Stranger Things, I am going to have the deepest belly laugh.
Well, and that's the thing. I don't know about you guys. Like, I was so happy Sunday night, like when the kids went to bed. I'm like, time to watch Welcome to Derry. I didn't even watch football. I was like, I don't care about the Sunday night game. I want to watch Welcome to Derry. And
It's that good of a show.
Good insight.
thank you. All right. Well,
May Maturin bless you
thank you. Oh,
under his shell.
I appreciate that. That is the greatest
Peace be
blessing
to
we could have.
Pennywise.
Now we have MCU, we have DCU, we got a bit of Star Wars rumor, one Star Wars rumor, and we got some other non of those news and notes. What would you gentlemen, like I told Doug before you got here, Dave, we have about 20 news and rumors to talk about.
Wow. All right,
Well,
let's start with the
I
MCU.
think we got to start with the MCU stuff.
Look
Okay.
at that. I knew Doug was going to start with the MCU, so I said it first.
It's funny because I put them in MCU first order. So
Nice.
first, according to Daniel RPK, Avengers Doomsday will reportedly feature multiple versions of Doctor Doom, including female versions.
No. You're kidding.
He then recanted that a bit by saying they might be Doom bots.
Cool.
You know, I was just talking to Fij about this before I got here, and we were talking reshoots and that, you know, stuff like that. And I'm not going to reveal anything.
Well, we told him that you were there, that they
You
had
probably signed an NDA.
37 different versions of the trailer, and you were helping them narrow it down to get the perfect one out for, you know, the start of Avatar: Fire and Ash. But we do have another Doomsday rumor.
Ooh.
We will see Doctor Doom in the teaser trailer for Avengers Doomsday, probably at the end of the teaser. Now, we have another rumor. We will not see Doctor Doom in the Doomsday teaser released next month.
I love these rumors. They're so stupid.
I was scrolling on Twitter, and I'm like seeing one site say, you'll see him. You'll see a lot of them. Another one, you won't see him at all. You'll see him, but not his face. And I'm like, okay, let's see who guessed right when this teaser trailer finally comes out.
I wonder how much they're paying RDJ for this movie. Yeah, he got like 150 million for Endgame.
I thought he got like 60
He got a
million for
ridiculous.
Endgame.
He got some ridiculous amount, yeah. So I wonder what they're paying him for this movie. You know, I'm sure it went up. You know
Well,
what I mean?
if you look online and see that he recently bought a new island, you'll know that he got paid well.
Him and Paul McCartney are hanging out on an island.
Right.
It's actually not any island. He bought Australia. What?
There you go.
How did that happen?
He
And he's going to inhabit the middle part.
he bought his real own Iron Man suit.
Okay, now, in an interview, they asked Josh Brolin if he was in Doomsday or Secret Wars. And he said, if Joe Russo comes to me, which he may have, I don't know, and has an idea, then I might acquiesce.
It would be kind of cool if he showed up as Cable.
That would
Yeah,
be
he is-
awesome.
I would
He
like
has
that.
options.
Thanos was fine. It was a great role, but I don't think we need to overplay that. But I think it would be funny considering we had, the whole Steve Rogers fake out, and it turned out he was actually
The Human Torch.
the Human Torch in Deadpool and Wolverine. I think it would be kind of funny to get a fake out like, oh man, it's Thanos. Oh wait, no, it's Cable.
You hear the voice,
then-
then he shows up, he's Cable. It's like,
Ryan Reynolds would have to be there in order to acknowledge that, too.
oh, 100%.
Even if that's his only scene in the film. Zip it, Thanos.
Okay, now for our last Doomsday rumor. We still have some Marvel stuff, but our last Doomsday rumor.
Okay.
Chris Evans will reportedly be Nomad in Doomsday.
I have heard that. Yep.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
But now, I didn't know if we were going to be able to show it, but I talked to our contact, and he said it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Our first ever world premiere of the Avengers Doomsday trailer. Are you guys ready for this?
I am ready.
Is this on Everything Awesome or something?
No. Just watch your screen.
Seriously?
Did it go yet? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
A truck.
That's a joke. It says Avengers Doomsday. It's a trailer.
Yeah.
First trailer.
Thank you. Thank you. I worked hard on that
Maximum
today.
overdrive. Dad jokes. He's cashing in dad jokes.
Thank you. Someone cashed in. I saw it somewhere.
What is that? Did more gray hairs show up on my beard because of your antics? Thanks.
Well, another thing that me and Feige were talking about was he was going to change the name of that movie.
To what? I'm afraid to ask, but
No, it's
to
not.
what?
It's not funny, but no, Avengers versus X-Men. But it's just funny. It's not funny, but all right, it's not real. Okay, just trying to make a joke.
What are you yelling at us for? We didn't say
No,
anything.
not, okay, you're not laughing. It's hurting me.
Here's one that will make you laugh. And I only bring it up because they always have little things like this. But this one, I laughed because, well, let me read it. Daredevil Born Again Season 2 will feature over 5 cameo appearances from known characters.
Over 5.
I'm like,
No
5 is a
kidding.
very strange
It's a-
number. But, okay.
Why did they just
Overly
say
safe.
6? Over 5. Why didn't they just say 6?
Yes.
I mean,
And we'll never know why some of these scoopers word it the way they do.
over 5, but less than 7. Okay.
But I think we know who one of them is going to be. Because Tony Dalton has confirmed that he will return as Swordsman in Daredevil Born Again Season 2.
I saw that. That's cool. That is very cool.
Yep, he was fantastic in Hawkeye, and he was great in
Mm-hmm.
Season 1. But he did say, I did a bunch of action stuff for this next one that's coming out of Daredevil. And man, I got hurt. I think I must have chipped a rib or something.
Damn.
Good.
Now, Keith, is there any way, like, let's say that I didn't know anything about the Swordsman. Is there something that I could maybe watch that would give me a little bit more focus into this character?
I do believe we have an in focus on the
Oh,
Swordsman on our YouTube channel. And I just put our YouTube channel in the chat, so please go there, check it out if you want some information on the Swordsman from the comics, who we know the MCU doesn't make the characters one-for-one exact likenesses, but it'll give you a little input on his character throughout the comics. Now, Daredevil Born Again is done. The rumors and news are done because we have another project that we need to talk about. So there is a rumor
Wonder Man?
that it is for Wonder Man, yes, that a mutant is going to show up in the Wonder Man series.
Really?
He is also, it's not who you think it is. He is also a founding member of the Great Lakes Avengers. And he can transform parts of his body into portals to the Dark Force dimension. Doorman.
Doorman.
He was he's actually no longer around in the comics, but he became like an avenging angel further on down. I don't know if they've changed it, but he was part of the Great Lakes Avengers who came about on Byrne's run in the West Coast Avengers. Mr. Immortal, who we met in She-Hulk, was a Great Lakes Avenger. Big Bertha, a couple of them. But Doorman, interesting choice if he does show up in Wonder Man, how that's going to play off, because he's a lot like Spot from the wonderful, Spider-Verse movies, where he can basically teleport people. He acts like a door. He can become a door between two different areas. So, thought that was a really odd that sounds almost like someone knows what's happening.
Yeah,
Because that's an odd choice. It's not like, hey,
Yeah.
Vision's going to show up in Wonder Man because, they were close in the comics. That was a very odd one. I almost believe that a lot more because it's so out of left field. And now here is a scoop, a rumor, a news bit. Call it what you want.
Okay.
The final episode of Wonder Man will leave fans wanting more. I categorize that in the no duh categories because we're going to want more because it's Wonder Man.
I know one person who's going to want more no matter how the series ends. Who's got 2 thumbs and wants more Wonder Man? That guy.
Who's got 8 thumbs and was fired from the morgue?
Oh, Lord. That's good. That's a good one.
And that leads us to our next. This is from Deadline, so I believe, even though it hasn't been confirmed by Marvel Studios, it's more of an official, trades. It's not just some dude on Twitter making guesses. It's one of the trades. It's Deadline. One of my favorite projects from Marvel Television is getting a sequel. Werewolf by Night sequel is officially in development at Marvel Studios.
I saw that and I got excited.
And Michael
It's
Giacchino,
a special presentation, or is it
they didn't
a show?
say. I assume it's going to be a special presentation again, but they didn't say. But Michael Giacchino will return to direct. So the guy who did a bunch of the scores and everything. So that is excellent news. I'm very happy to hear
really liked the first one. I would love to see more.
I meant to watch it on Halloween, and I forgot because Welcome to Derry episode came out.
Same.
So I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I will watch it again soon. And now, for the rumor that won't stop. We keep hearing it. It won't die, just like the project. Blade will reportedly release in the next saga of the MCU, according to Alex Perez at the Cosmic Circus. Not only will it release in the next saga of the MCU, but that's what they wanted all along.
Sure.
Even though they gave us a release date that was prior to the end of this one. But sure. You guys wanted it in this.
This was all the plan all along. Yeah, okay.
It was Agatha.
Yes.
All along.
Now, the last MCU one, then we got a Marvel Comics one, which I wanted to bring up. The final MCU one, the Russo brothers will reportedly be overseeing the general story for the next saga of the MCU after Avengers Secret Wars.
Okay.
So kind of like the deal they had with Whedon for Phase 2, and they had talked about Gunn wanting to be the overseer for the more cosmic side of the MCU. So yeah, that sounds... They've had a lot of success with the Russos. I mean, they've made some of the best movies in the MCU, so I hope it's true. I hope they, hope their next 2 movies are fantastic, but I guess we'll see. And now, finally, the Marvel Comics. We don't talk enough comics on here, but Brian Michael Bendis is officially returning to Marvel Comics in 2026.
Really?
He will start with a special 14-page backup story that will be featured in Avengers number 34, which is the 800th issue of the original Avengers run. And it is with Mark Bagley, who he has worked with a lot on Ultimate Spider-Man and a bunch of other comics. Nice. So I usually wait to read all my comics on Marvel Unlimited. I may have to run to the store to buy this comic. Because I am looking, I don't know about you guys, I loved Bendis' writing.
I did too, very much so.
For whatever reason.
Yeah, I was going to say, I could reach into my my books over here and find tons of them. Those Avengers initiatives are really thick. He's got a lot going on in his brain.
Yep.
I was going to say, I know I had him in my my thing.
Is it Spider-Man?
Volume 1.
Oh, yeah. And it's funny because
I still got to read these.
his Superman run was pretty good. I liked it. His Legion of Superheroes for DC was good. I don't know what happened. Like, he just didn't click with the management or what, but I'm glad he's back at Marvel. I think that's, where he does best.
I agree.
And I think we will definitely have to talk about Avengers 800 when it comes out. But now, we'll go to DC Studios next, just because that's the order I put it in, if that's okay with you fine gentlemen.
Works for me.
We're going to mess up everything you've done and go to Star Wars.
Okay. So, Lantern showrunner Chris Mundy says Jon Stewart's construct powers are based in creativity, while Hal Jordan just wants to hit everything with a big green fist. Which, yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
And we also found out that this is going to be an HBO Max show and not something that is released on HBO also.
Really? So you'll only be able to get it on the streaming service?
Yep. So like Peacemaker, like Creature Commandos, it's going to be HBO Max only, which opens it up. A lot of people were wondering if it was going to be on HBO, where it was going to fit into the schedule, because they don't like to have multiple big shows all firing off at once. So this kind of opens up. They're starting to think it will be early 2026 again, before Supergirl, which is good because I'm looking forward to this show.
The only thing that I hope, because I'm sure you guys have been hearing this too, there have been a lot of rumblings about the possibility of Warner getting sold off. And right now, Warner Brothers is, a part of the HBO Max brand. It's under that same umbrella, which is why we get the DC stuff, which is also under Warner. I would hate for it to get sold off after they had announced, oh yeah, all these shows are coming out on HBO Max, only to find out, well, they don't have a home anymore. You got to download Peacock Plus or some whatever BS that they decide to merge with. Skydance Plus, Skydance Max.
Yeah, that would be bad. But once Not Your Status Quo buys them, we will, continue the status quo with them shows, eh?
And we'll bring back Zachary Snyder. Oh yeah.
I'm selling off my shares right now. No, thank you.
Because every time one of those rumors goes floating around about, well, Warner's getting sold. Oh, good. Netflix will buy them and they'll bring back Zack Snyder.
Well,
yeah.
They talked to the head of Paramount and asked him what he said. As far as I know, my plans, as far as I can think now, we would stick with James Gunn and James Safran as the heads of DC Studios. And then he was talking about how Superman is the most profitable Superman movie that has ever come out. And so many people were saying that it wasn't profitable at all and bring back Zach and all this other stuff. So, yeah, I don't think these heads of any, especially, I can't see Netflix, who his Rebel Moon series completely bombed on their streaming service, would be
it got a companion comic, Keith. I don't think Rebel Moon Part 1, the Blood Bringer, something,
the bloodletting.
Yeah, it's that one. I don't think. And then it's director's cut, which I totally watched.
Did anybody watch the director's cut?
Doug, the same guy, the same person who bought the comic.
Yeah, he was the one guy.
Oh, good
Couldn't
times.
get enough.
All right, now a lot of you have heard, thought, wanted, fan casted Alan Ritchson to be Batman. That is not the case.
Okay.
But he is in talks for a messier role in DCU.
Yep.
Some people have thought maybe Aquaman. Because, Dave...
He was Aquaman on Smallville. That's right.
Interesting. Okay. And if they are trying to stick with like a buffed up, like mega strong Aquaman, like what we've seen ever since they, basically tried to rehab him in the late 90s, and yeah, that would be a good fit. I always said that back when that rumor started floating around that people wanted to see him as Batman. I'm like, nah. Like, I mean, I've seen him act, and he's fine in action roles, but I could not see him portraying a thoughtful character like Batman, which
He couldn't be Bruce Wayne.
granted.
He could do the Batman action part of it.
Yeah,
but
I could see him doing all the action scenes for Batman, but that's it. I could never see him outside of the cowl.
You didn't
So
like
there's-
him on Reacher?
No, I do like him on Reacher. That's what I'm saying. He's great on Reacher, but
Yeah.
Reacher isn't, a role that requires somebody to do a lot of emotional acting because he really doesn't. The most
Right.
emotional that he got was deciding whether he wanted to eat a pie or not.
Yeah, because he's very much just the iron,
Very stoic character.
the
Yeah.
iron fist. He's
Yeah.
he's the power behind the thought in that show.
Mhm.
So there's some other thoughts that people have had.
Okay.
Some people have said maybe Shazam. I'm not so much on that one.
No.
He's not.
I don't know
He
about
can't portray the kid in a grown-up body. I think very well. Wildcat, who was part of the Justice Society for a while, I think would
I
be
could
good.
see that.
And when they said Messier, two names popped into my head right away. First one being Deathstroke.
I was gonna say we aren't thinking that he might not be a villain. He could still be a villain.
He could be.
Oh yeah, totally.
And then the other one is Bane. He might be.
Now that
Really good
I
Bane.
could see. I could really see him be Bane. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
So we'll
I
have
can
to
see
see
that.
where that goes, because it seems like if they're talking to him now, a lot of the rumors are pointing to Batman the Brave and the Bold starting to cast. So maybe Bane or Deathstroke and Brave and the Bold.
Mm-hmm.
That would be interesting. And now, James Gunn says he's now finished a fourth draft for Man of Tomorrow. He didn't say if he thought that was the last revision he'll have to do, but he's finished a fourth draft, so I think things are moving along well. And now we have two series that are supposedly, I don't think supposedly, one of them Variety talked about, so I do think being one of the bigger trades, they make sure their stories have some truth in it before they release it.
Okay.
But according to Variety, DC Studios is developing a new series for HBO Max titled DC Crime, which will be presented as a true crime docuseries hosted by Skylar Ginsando's Jimmy Olsen. And I heard that as like, okay, it's like a Batman show in Gotham without Batman.
It would be a fun web series. I wouldn't go to HBO to watch it.
I thought that too until this next sentence. The first season would focus on Gorilla Grodd, a DC supervillain best known for his battles with the Flash. I'm like,
Mhm.
I love Gorilla Grodd.
Okay.
That would mean that the Flash would have to be active, and I wonder how much they could use a show like this to bridge the gap leading into movies. You know, fleshing out the history a little bit more in the DCU with a little DC crime show to do some things. I was like a little off on it first. Like I was like, this is like Gotham. This is like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know, in the MCU with no real superheroes, which I liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was fine. I just think you have a superhero world. We need superheroes, but they will be showing villains. It'll be interesting to see how that plays off. I thought the fact that Gorilla Grodd is season 1, they must have plans for him. They must have a story somewhere for him to enter the DCU outside of this DC crime show. This other
You
one,
Oh yeah,
See,
they could be
so-
using this as like a backdoor pilot of sorts to introduce these characters. That way they don't have to do like an entire show or movie to give you their backstory. They can just do a mini like Wikipedia entry framed as a TV show, and then you get all the info that you need about the character. That way you're not surprised when they show up in, some new Flash appearance in the next Supergirl movie or whatever.
And there's always the people who aren't going to watch that, so they're going to
Yeah.
give the extra information, and then while they still bring the character in the major releases.
Mm-hmm.
When I first heard this Jimmy Olsen show, though, that you're talking about, I just thought to myself, who wants this? I I didn't ask for it.
I'll tell you who wants it. Skyler. He wants that paycheck.
Yeah.
And now the other series this is Variety also. A V for Vendetta series is in the works at HBO. It says Pete Jackson is attached to write. I don't know if that's Peter Jackson from Lord of the Rings fame, but is attached to write the series with James Gunn and Peter Safran of DC Studios as executive producers.
Yeah, I love V for Vendetta. I watch it every year on November 5th. Personally, I'm not excited about this either. I don't think it needs any more depth to it. I think they covered it really well in the movie.
I agree with you. I think there's other things they could be working on that would be better, but maybe they have thoughts on it. Who knows? These crazy kids.
These crazy kids. Okay.
All right, that concludes our DC Studios portion of news and rumors with Not Your Status Quo. Now, we have a Star Wars rumor.
Ooh.
A Star Wars rumor?
A Star War, if
you will. A Star War. Now, this is coming from Fives Walker, which I know what you're saying. Who? Yes. This is just somebody could be making this up, but I read it and I was like, okay, that's possible. I don't know if you have inside information or if you just made this up. So we will give it to you guys. Is this BS or not? In The Mandalorian and Grogu, there's a big fight in Navarro, and Din Djarin and Grogu's home gets destroyed. And that's what
I totally see that.
Adventures. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems plausible. That's such a that's one of those rumors that it's just vague enough to, like, something like that has happened before that I'd be like, yeah, okay. Because the way that the last season ended with Grogu sitting on the front stand?
Yeah.
And they're just, like, hanging out in their house. Yeah, there's got to be some sort of call to action, and them being directly attacked would definitely get, Din Djarin and Din Grogu back into the fight. Still hate.
I wonder if they'll address, Carl Weathers' death at all.
Oh, he was killed on a starship flying away from Navarro. They'll be.
Are you sure? Are you sure Ray didn't just grab that starship and bring it back down? Oh wait, did that happen? That did happen. Okay, that wasn't in the Rise of Skywalker, whatever that is.
Somehow Kreef Gargo returned.
And I just want to let you guys know that Sierra is out in the chat. Welcome, Sierra. She says, hey, guys.
Well.
And we got to put a 5-minute timer on because she cashed in a Gilbert Godfrey. It's been so long since someone cashed these in. I was like, why do we even do this anymore? Nobody loves them like they used to. But now, thankfully, Sierra finally cashed one in. Thank you so much. Because the last thing we need is me talking like this for 5 minutes. But we love it. We're so happy you're here. We hope everything's going well. We heard you've been streaming, and we just want to, support you any way we can. When is your next stream?
I think she's on tonight. Like she's watching us on her phone while she's broadcasting.
Oh.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Okay.
Well, that's excellent. We'll definitely raid. She is streaming tonight. What time are you going to be going on, young lady?
We'll have to definitely join and check it out. And get as boomery as possible in your chat.
Yeah. Of course we're going to do the boomer thing, because that's what we do.
Is this the face place? I do not give Facebook my permission.
Copy
Well,
and
if you want us
paste.
to rage
If
you, Sierra, then you should get on.
Copy and paste. We still have 2 news stories. Quit trying to rush us off the air, Dave. We've got
No, I'm
10
just telling you
minutes
to get
worth
on.
of fun stuff to talk about. Because that's what we do here. We talk fun stuff. We hear about more than 5 cameos on Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I was so worried it would only be 3. And then we would hate it. Only 3? They couldn't get more? Why is it only 3? For the love of Christ, they couldn't get 3 more people to come in to make it more than 5.
Wait, we already know who they are, right? Jessica Jones. Is it Luke Cage? Is Luke Cage going to be on there?
That's the rumor. He hasn't been confirmed yet, but it seems like he's going to be there. Don't forget about our friend of the channel's favorite, Iron Fist. Because Lord knows, Finn Jones just has to show up.
Yeah, I mean, he could use some work, really. I do feel bad for him.
Let's hope he actually puts in some work for his role instead of like last time.
And somehow the Purple Man will return.
Now that would be awesome. I'm all for any more David Tennant we can get. Yeah. I'm all for it. If he comes back, hooray. I don't even care if they say, cool, actually. I didn't really die. I was just sleeping. I would still be okay with it.
I was really tuckered out from fighting Batman. I had to take a nap.
When she snapped my neck, I went to sleep.
It really didn't snap. It just cracked. She was like a chiropractor. And I was so relieved from the pain on that neck cracking. I fell asleep for a year. But I'm back now as the Purple Man. And I'd be like, check, this is great writing. We're in for a treat this year. Now we just need the other 5 cameos so I can finally enjoy Daredevil Born Again Season 2. And I can enjoy the new V for Vendetta because it'll probably be 8 hours of... It'll probably be 2 hours worth of material stretched out to 8 or 9. Who doesn't want that? Great work, HBO. You've scored another winner. And of course, the best thing we've heard all day, Blade is finally coming out. Guaranteed to come out in the next phase of the MCU. It will be the greatest piece of cinema ever in the history. We are so excited for it. It was their plan all along.
It was the plan all along.
And it was always going to be Wesley Snipes. It's not going to be Mahershala Ali. It's going to be Wesley Snipes because there's only one Blade.
There's ever only been one Blade, and that's all they're ever going to be.
So,
now he's got to live forever.
They actually have a working script now?
The 5 minutes is over. Thank you so much, Sierra. They didn't say if they actually had a working script yet. They just said, basically, hey, we're going to have this movie, guys.
Oh boy, I love that. That's where we're at now in movie rumors, that you can just make stuff up and who cares whether it's true or not? Just like, keep saying stuff.
They didn't learn their lesson with this Blade thing. Just let Blade go away until you got a story for it.
Right.
Hopefully they. And now this is that whole Blade thing was not a official, Marvel Studios thing. It was, some potty Tucker time on Twitter said it. So
right.
We'll see. But, okay, we're done with the Marvel. We're done with the DC. We're done with the Star Wars. We now have 2 almost related news items. Well, the first one is just the box office for Predator Badlands. I don't know if you guys saw this, but it earned $15 million in its domestic opening day, which is the highest ever for a Predator film. Earned $40 million in its domestic opening weekend, the highest ever for a Predator film, and it earned $80 million worldwide, highest ever for a Predator film.
And it deserved it. Doug, have you seen it yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, it's well deserving of this.
Nice.
I gave it a 7.5. I think Keith gave it an 8.2, I believe.
It was just really
was
well done.
good.
I will
I bet I
definitely have
know
to go
the
check it
second
out.
thing you're going to say. It's about Predator as well, isn't it?
It is not.
Oh, okay. Because I heard, if you want to tag on that, this is just a big rumor that they're going to bring back Dutch in the next Predator movie. Dutch being Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That has
Now,
been rumored, yes.
That's a big rumor. It's not official. It's a rumor.
Interesting.
This next little bit of news is official.
All right.
Alien Earth has been renewed for season 2 at FX. So Doug, you're gonna have to watch episode 8. Do it.
Do I have to really?
You do. You got time.
You know?
I'm sure we won't get season 2 until like 2029 or something. So you got some time, but I'm happy. As disappointed as I was in the season finale, the rest of the season was pretty darn good. And
Yeah.
I think they can streamline season 2 a little bit now that they got it. I don't know how many. I know that what's his name had said they have plans for multiple seasons. They never said how many. So hopefully it's not too long of a wait for that, because it was pretty darn good. Watch A-Kane Gonna Kill. A-Kane Got Kill for your next anime. I mean, I'm down for that. I don't know what it is.
Akane? Is that how you say it? Akane? Doug would know.
I don't know that one.
Okay. I was telling her that we were struggling with, I was struggling with interest with anime. And
Yeah?
so she started giving me suggestions.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know if I can be brought back. It's just been half and half with me. There's the things we've watched have been really good, and then there's some things we watched that have been really bad. So I'm on the fence.
Well, remember, it's okay. There's going to be bad MCU movies, DCU stuff. Don't hate the player. Hate the game, Dave.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it should be the opposite way. Like,
No. I looked at my list. I said it correctly.
don't hate the player, hate the game. No. You can hate the individual player, the individual show, but the overall game, anime, you can still like.
Okay, yeah, that.
Because yeah, there are certainly a lot of bad anime out there that there's a couple on my list that I had marked saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to watch that." And I'll watch like 2 or 3 episodes and be like, "This is stupid. I don't want to finish this." I've done that with more anime than I can, remember. There's like a lot that the premise sounds cool, and then I start watching I'm like, "This is dumb though."
I mean, when I started watching Breaking Bad, even it took me like 3 or 4 shows to get into that. But if I can't get into it within 3 or 4 shows, I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah.
There's so many more things to watch.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, Breaking Bad was a slow burn.
Mm-hmm.
But then, man, once it caught, it was fantastic.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the best shows of all time.
Well, all right, that is all we got. We should probably get somebody to raid. Hopefully, Sierra is.
Oh, I thought there was more news after your Star Wars.
Yeah, there was.
There was.
Oh, that was
Predator and
The Predator
Alien
thing?
Earth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought. Oh, all right. Neat. Okay.
I guess having 20 some isn't enough for Doug now.
Yeah,
gonna have to-
Doug,
I
just
he
expected
needs more
more.
news.
I'm gonna have to
I
get 50 for
expected
next stream.
more. So what is Sierra's channel name? Do we know?
She said nice at the stream. I guess she's not ready.
Oh,
yet.
she's not ready yet.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I
Nice
was
is
watching-
on.
Yeah, I was
Keith
watching Nice If.
perfect.
Yeah, before he was playing Ark Raiders. I was interested in that game because I've heard a lot of good things.
Oh my God! Look how many people are watching Bubble right now. Oh, okay. So
Yeah. Well, playing Fallout 3, I could see that's a cool game. I was gonna say we could either check her out, or there is somebody called Cthulhu's Tentacles playing Fallout New Vegas. We are not following them, but they popped up in my live channels. They only have 29 people watching.
And they're playing New Vegas?
Yep.
I like it. I like it. So should we do Cthulhu's Tentacles or NYSQ?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Well,
Why don't we go?
We haven't seen NYSQ in a while, so I don't
Sure.
care.
Yeah, you guys do. Yeah, whatever works. All right. For those of you out there that go ahead.
I was just gonna say, hopefully, Cthulhu's Tentacles keeps playing because I love Fallout New Vegas.
Cool.
I would watch somebody play that, even though I've already played it myself.
All right. Well, for those of you that are wondering, what are those nerds on Twitch even doing? Well, this is a little thing that we can do to kind of keep the party going. If we're not quite ready to end the stream, we want to go hang out with our other friends. We're going to go check out a channel by the name of NYSQ. That is somebody that we've actually had appear on the channel a couple of times back when we were reviewing some anime like Cowboy Bebop. So you may remember Paul. He's appeared on the channel a couple of times. We're going to go raid his channel, which means we're going to take all of you lovely viewers that are watching us right now. We're going to head over there. But for those of you that are watching us on YouTube, unfortunately, there is not a clean way to transition to somebody else's channel on YouTube. Come on, Google, get your game together. So, if you could, since we're going to end things on YouTube, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. If you liked what you saw, give us a like. That definitely would we'd appreciate that. And most importantly of all, we want to hear from you. So, get in the comments down below. And as per usual, we'll see you next time right here on Not Your Status Quo. Hey fellow nerds, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more of this stuff, make sure that you check out our Twitch stream. We try to do these live Sunday or Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Keep an eye on our social media to find out when you can join in live and chat with us during these live streams. Also, as usual, don't forget to check out our other social media. Add us at Twitter, comment down below, and we'll see you next time right here on Not Your Status Quo.